Hey, welcome back to Nickel Nose Restos. Today is Saturday 18th. Today I am hoping to get as far as I can on the driver's side Ranchero floorboard. I've got it all cut out, and now I'm going to start fitting patch panels and see if I can't get that done today. I want to get the interior of the cab done so I can get a seat in there and possibly work on the dash a little bit to get that installed, because that's taking up space and I don't have any place for it. I mean, I'm really running out of room around here. And also, maybe if I have time, see if I can't get that 250 started and see how that's running. I got to change the plug wires on there because I noticed one's cut and couldn't hurt. I don't think I've got any plugs around here for it yet, but it should fire up. So I'll do that a little later on. My main focus right now is to get the floorboard taken care of and get that cab done. So here we go. Still have some touch-ups to do, but just got the driver's side in. Need to seal it up. I still have some areas I want to reinforce. Underneath I'm going to have to do a little work too, just so it doesn't look like crap. But regardless, at least it's in there, and now I can figure out what I'm going to do for, well, I might have to wait because I'm going to put the engine in here, and I don't know if I'm going to have to do something with that hump, open it up or not. If I got the clearance for the transmission, we'll see. But anyway, I'll finish this up, coat it, and at least that'll get done today. This is the second week I've been working on this. Kind of ridiculous, one side. Anyway, progress. Still have some touch-ups to do, but just got the driver's side in. Need to seal it up. I still have some areas I want to reinforce. Underneath I'm going to have to do a little work too, just so it doesn't look like crap. But regardless, at least it's in there, and now I can figure out what I'm going to do for, well, I might have to wait because I'm going to put the engine in here, and I don't know if I'm going to have to do something with that hump, open it up or not. If I got the clearance for the transmission, we'll see. But anyway, I'll finish this up, coat it, and at least that'll get done today. This is the second week I've been working on this. Kind of ridiculous, one side. Anyway, progress. Alright, got driver's side done. Got the rocker patched up, floor in. Next I want to clean up that firewall, the inside of the firewall. Got to remove that clutch pedal because I won't be needing that. And start cleaning up the back here. And I'm not sure how much farther I'll go with this. Should probably move on to the rest of the body. Got the panel for that. That might be kind of fun to put that on next. So we shall see. Still have not gotten to the finishing that. I probably should do that first. And then with these wheel wells back here, they're both dented really good, and it's hard to get up underneath them to punch them out. So what I might do is just cut the tops off, take them on the bench there and hammer them out, and then while the top's open I can hammer the rest of them out, smooth them out, and then weld them back up, and good as new. So we'll see. I also got a bullet hole back here. So much to do. But we're moving forward. There you go. I have brought my dashboard back into my garage here so I can work on it. I'm going to start taking it apart. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to leave as far as original goes. Stereo's going to go because it's way too heavy. it doesn't work. It's not something I need in here. I like the looks of it, and I like the original look of the dash, but I think some of this stuff's just going to have to get modified. I'm not going to have the original defrost and heater and all that stuff either, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those knobs. So this will be modified. Some of it won't be very vintage or stock looking, but I'm going to modify it so it works for me. Those controls might go to, I don't know. Like I say, I like the looks of this stuff, but all these cables and everything that are in the back, they just take up room. I will keep the speedometer, temp and fuel. I'll try to use all that stuff. Lights and air. I'll get some new knobs for that. I've got a new ignition key, and that key also works with the doors, so I'm swapping all that stuff out. This stuff I like having the lighter here. Not that I smoke or anything, but and then the vacuum wipers I will have, so I'll have to save that control. Air, I've been thinking I might block off that cowl vent and make that a solid piece, because that just brings the fresh air in, but it also brings in moisture and rain and all that stuff, and it's got to be leak proof, and for the heater and defrost I'm going to be using, it won't be necessary, so that will probably go as well. Okay, I pulled the glove compartment out, as well as the original defrost heat cardboard piece that directs the air onto the windshield. And that's right, dirt daubers that were in this. Got two very nice pieces. If anybody's looking for some dirt daubers, they'll be going up on eBay here shortly. Oh, you know, there's still a little guy in there. I don't think there's been one car that I've taken apart where I haven't come across some. Busy little guys. So that's the overdrive cable. So originally this car had overdrive in it, which would have been very cool. I wish it would have come with the original drivetrain. It didn't come with the engine or transmission. I've got the original rear end in it, and I'll use that. And I've got the drive shaft, which will help too. Okay, and there it is, totally stripped down. Got all the gauges out, all the panels, glove box, radio. So now I will strip it down and sand prime it, take all the bumps and bruises out of it, and move on from there. Figure out what I'm going to put in it and what I'm going to leave out. Now here's something of interest. This is the light switch, and I believe all the electrical comes off of this, and I think that's my fuse box. Two fuses, and there's a bunch of inline fuses. So it could be that that's what it ran off of. I think I'm going to upgrade this switch. I mean, it's cool. I like the idea, but I think a regular fuse panel might be a better way to go. Kind of upgrade the electrical system a little bit. I'll mark everything, and we'll see. Yeah, I think this is gonna have to go. It's cool, but I think I need more fuses than that. Unless I take this and I pull some of the electrical off of it and keep it for the lights and maybe a few other things. I don't know, we'll see. Kind of fun figuring it out though. Okay, well this is interesting. I decided to hook up the old radio and the old speaker, and it works.
I think we have an infraction on McCoy now. 0-2 the count.
I already thought it was 0-2.
Oh. Just a timeout.
Yeah, just a timeout. Swung on and hit to right. Nothing else can. And Bulls. He was also a great athlete. He played in the NBA and the NFL. More on these stories at townhall.com.
It's tempting. Well, at least I know the radio works. It is tempting to put it back in there. But I want a good sound system in there. Okay, got the latches done. They're a little crude, and these might be temporary. I was thinking about just having a bar go across, really, with catches that would latch down, solid bar going straight across, and that may be something I do. But for now, and I'll detail these up and make them look decent, but they're functional. They work. Hard to see the camera. Tight. It'll keep the tailgate closed, and like I said, this is kind of like version 1, but for now it'll do. I think I'm going to finish up the side of the tailgate here today because this is really bugging me. It's been sitting like this for a while, and kind of like to finish it off. Starting to put some of the caps or panels inside the bed here. I'm not sure. I think I can access the wheel wells from down below and pound them out that way. If I can't, like I said before, I will cut them off and bang them out and then weld them back on again. And I really want to address back here, getting this all smoothed out and cleaned up and getting this done. So little by little, also, now that the floor is done inside the cab here, I might put the original seat back in here and set it up so it's sitting in here, and I'd kind of like to get this cab finished off a little bit. I'm going to yank the vacuum wipers off of here and get an electric wiper motor for it, since those are available. I'm going to block off all of the heater openings here for the defrost and the heater core. I'm going to put a aftermarket unit in here. Everything was kind of ripped out of here, and I'm not sure what's complete, what isn't, how much needs to be rebuilt, and the cables are all seized up. So I think I'm just going to go with an aftermarket heater and defrost system in here. It'll probably work just as well, if not better. And since I want... Okay, so I think I'm going to work on the left rear quarter panel today. Hang on. Work on the left rear quarter panel. Start to get that cut out and installed. Tired of looking at that, and anything will be an improvement. I also, might be dark in here, got to pull the back bumper. I think I need to straighten that a little bit. I'm gonna have to use that at least for a while, because I can't seem to find anything else. It'll do for now. The hitch down there, the homemade hitch, I'll take a closer look at. That's going to hang awful low after I lower the back end a little bit and take the coil spring shocks out of here. This already has leaf springs. It's got coil spring shocks on it also that make the back end way stiffer than what I want. This isn't going to be hauling really heavy loads or anything. I'm more worried about ride comfort, so yeah, I better start by pulling the rear bumper. Hopefully nothing's too rusted to where it won't come off. Wow, I had to cut it off piece by piece. This thing was put on overkill. I mean, it wasn't going to go anywhere. I still got more I've got to cut off of here. Had to cut the bolts off for the bumper because those things were rusted solid. But man, I don't know what he was planning on hauling with this thing or what he was hauling with this thing, but it wasn't going anywhere. And then as well, these coils down here, those don't have to be there either. Those were probably put on for additional support, unless that was a package that came with an option that came with these. But I can't imagine the kind of load he was putting in here. So I'll cut those out and finish cutting out this stinking overkill hitch here. I wonder what this... Okay, I think what I'm going to do is go underneath and cut those coils out before I start on the quarters. Back end's sitting way high now, and I probably cut off a good 100 pounds off the back end here. Anyway, I'd like this sitting a little more level before I start on the quarter panels. So I'm going to go underneath, probably jack this up a little bit to take some of the pressure off them, and pray I don't hurt myself. I think we'll be fine. Feels good to have that off there though. It won't be going back on. If I put another hitch on here, it'll be a better setup. Anyway, there you go. Okay, check this out. I cut this first one off. This is definitely not factory. He's welded that bottom portion of the coil, and he's also welded the mount to the shackles there. I don't even know if those will come off. I mean, I'm not going to try or bother right now. But yeah, that was definitely something somebody did to add a little extra suspension to this thing. Anyway, I propped this thing up and it didn't have any additional
That's a lot of time in front of one TV.
Ain't it pretty?
Why not get one of the best sets for the next 7 years?
Look at all that.
Top-rated Samsung, LG, or Sony models.
All that goodness that's in there.
What if you could get up to one
So this guy... Well, that went down. I went down.
for your own set as a trade-in? Hot price.
Got some
Don't be sorry. Check out video.
some repair to do in here. Some of the wheel wells got to fix up. We got some rot back here. So we'll fix some of that up before we put the new panel on. Boy, I tell you. Nastiness. Don't know what he was thinking. Okay. Got it tacked on there. I still have to, I mean, that's as far as that panel went, so I'm going to have to fabricate this little area in here, which is not a big deal. I think that's a big improvement. I didn't expect to get this far. I won't be able to finish this up today, but that's farther than I thought I did. So I got this, got those coils from underneath, got the bumper off, got the hitch off, full day. Now the panel that I have for the other side, like this, is only about that long. So I'll have that much more to fabricate. But, you know, I mean, come on. It's a whole lot better than it was. So I'm happy with it. Anyway, maybe I can actually get a video out this weekend. We shall see.